Hello, everybody. Welcome to my first mock draft. Now, it's early. Free agency's still going, but I thought I'd give one a try. Now, I found this cool little draft simulator. You can see the address in the top if you want to try it. And you can basically pick your team, and then the rest of the picks will be simulated. But today I picked all the teams. So we're just going to go through it. And obviously, this is just the first one. We're going to see kind of where teams go and what I think they'll do. There might be a couple trades. I'm not sure if I can make trades in this first version, as this is the free version. So you can see if you go down to this spot here on subscribe. I think if you subscribe, then you'll be able to make trades. But today we'll probably just go through and see how this plays out. So we're going to start the draft. Actually, let's check out settings first and see. Okay, so that's just so you can pick your team here. You can change this, and then obviously you can do the amount of rounds. We're just going to do the first round today. You go to fast if you want the sim to be quickly. And this is the draft order. It's kind of wrong, but as you see in the other screen, it's actually fixed. Like the Saints are supposed to pick 18th. They're at 15 here, but they actually do pick 18th. So I checked beforehand, and we're good to go. So here we go. Jacksonville Jaguars on the clock. They've made a lot of free agency moves. So let's see. How do I pick? I think I have to just hit start draft. And there we go. Okay, so all along I kind of had I had offensive tackle going to the Jags here, but I'm gonna change my mind here. Aiden Hutchinson, which I think is kind of the next Nick Bosa type player, edge rusher out of Michigan. He's going to go first overall to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Up next, the Detroit Lions. Now, the Detroit Lions are in a good spot here to solidify that O-line. I think that they would go Neal here, Evan Neal from Alabama. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. This is the first mock draft of many. We're going to try to do one with a group of people, which I'm kind of testing over Zoom for this purpose. But we're going to go Evan Neal here. And they might be moving, if they do that pick, then they would probably be moving I'm spacing on his name. The guy that was picked last year on O-line that fell to them. I'm spacing on the name. Okay, so next on the clock is the Houston Texans. Now, they may have a whole bunch of picks here depending on the Deshaun Watson rumors. But I think they lose Justin Reed. And I think it's hard to pass on a prospect like Kyle Hamilton. It's pretty high for his safety to go. I think this might be one of the highest picks for a safety. Kyle Hamilton's been amazing. So he's going to the Houston Texans in my mock. Now the New York Jets. They could go a number of different ways here. There's some good offensive linemen. They could go off the board. They could trade down, as they do have another pick. I have them taking George Karlaftis from Purdue at number 4. It might be a little bit of a high pick, but since they do have that number 10 pick as well. Now, the New York Giants up next. They see a guy that in other drafts would have been first overall, and he was ranked first for a while. Kayvon Thibodeau is here. I think New York Giants run up to the podium to pick him. The Carolina Panthers are up next. Now, this pick could be gone based on Deshaun Watson rumor, but we're gonna play this like he's not gone. Let's say Houston keeps him. Ikem Ekwonu, tackle from North Carolina State. I think he's a top tackle. He's probably the second best offensive lineman in the draft. I take him here if I'm Carolina. And the Giants kind of miss out on him, unfortunately. I could also see the Giants, and at the 5th pick, maybe taking another offensive lineman in the first round. Now, I wanted to see if... Yeah, see, we can't do a trade because we'll have to figure that out. So I think the Giants could possibly trade down here, but now they see some interesting prospects here. Do they go O-line again? Or do they take a skill position? Derek Stingley Jr. is one of my favorite players in this draft. Their needs are guard and center and edge rusher and linebacker. Maybe we'll look at what the team needs are here and maybe go that way. So we got an edge rusher, Travon Walker. I think this would be early for him, but I'm going to go off the board because that's kind of what the Giants do. Now the Atlanta Falcons, with Calvin Ridley being suspended and Russell Gage signing with Tampa, they definitely go wide receiver here. I think they take the best receiver on the board, in my opinion, which is Garrett Wilson. Now the Seattle Seahawks, with the trade from Denver, they could go a number of different ways. I don't know if you want to take a quarterback this early. If they're okay, maybe just doing a small rebuild and then having a QB next year. But let's get exciting here. And take Malik Willis. I think he's a kind of a Russell Wilson clone. Who knows what he's going to end up being. But I think Seattle maybe trades down and then gets him later. But there are other teams that are also looking for QBs here. Now the Washington Commanders. Saying linebacker and safety are their needs. The top linebacker is Devin Lloyd out of Utah, so I'm just going to have them take him. I think that's a good pick at number 10. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that was the Jets pick. I was looking ahead there. But you know what? The Jets needs were also linebacker or wide receiver there. So, you know what? I'm wondering if I could take that pick back. Because I think they might have gone receiver there. But you know what? We'll just go linebacker for now because I don't think there's a way to go back. Yeah. But you know what? They go linebacker. We're gonna say that's what happens here. Washington Commanders are up next, and I have them going linebacker as well. So Nakobe Dean, another top linebacker, could also be drafted before Lloyd. Both are very good. Minnesota Vikings. I think O-line or corner would probably be the way to go. So Derek Stingley Jr., who is a top 10 projected pick, who's kind of falling in this draft. We're going to take him with the Minnesota Vikings pick here. The Cleveland Browns, they need receiver. Who knows what happens with Baker Mayfield? There could be a trade involving Deshaun Watson to Cleveland. As I record this, there's still been nothing announced. Drake London is the pick here. The Baltimore Ravens, I think. Now they just signed Marcus Williams from the Saints to a big contract. They got pretty good defensive backs. It's saying that's one of their needs, but I think Devontae Wyatt would probably be a better pick for them. It's a little early for him, but we're going Devontae Wyatt. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles have 2 picks in a row here. Charles Cross is dropping, which is going to be a benefit for a team. Now, I think if the Eagles do this properly, they could really bolster that defense. So we're going to pick Trent McDuffie first. They have a chance to just solidify that secondary. Oh man, I really want to do it. Do they do back-to-back corners? I think they should. So they're going to take Ahmad Gardner back-to-back. So, which would be really huge. I personally don't think that they're going to do that, but be nice to see them try. And now the Chargers are up on the clock. They've been doing nothing but defense and free agency. I think they go receiver here, Jameson Williams. It's hard not to pick him. New Orleans Saints up next. Quarterback, wide receiver. Charles Cross being here might be hard to pass. And the Saints are losing the left tackle, Teron Armstead in free agency. So you know what? I think the free fall stops here. Honestly, I'm a Saints fan. I would love to pick a receiver here, but we go Charles Cross. We'll see if he falls. I don't know if he's gonna fall. That's just kind of what I'm thinking here. Eagles up next. Now they might be trading down. They did just release a linebacker, former Calgary Stampeder, Singletary. Or Singleton. Sorry, I got the name wrong. I think the pick is David Ojabo here, edge rusher from Michigan. Pittsburgh Steelers, they're up next. They just signed Mitchell Trubisky to a 2-year contract. It was basically a 1-year deal with the guarantees that are involved. I think there could be another quarterback off the board here. Now, let's sort by position so we don't have to scroll too far because this draft is a little weird. Kenny Pickett is the guy here. He goes to the Steelers. He played in Pittsburgh. Now, New England Patriots, their needs are receiver, edge, linebacker, corner. They lost a lot of good players. Bernard Raymond being here, it's not a team need for them, so I'm going to try to stick with the team needs for these mocks. Yeah. I don't think that I'm going to try to do what I think they do. Okay, Jermaine Johnson, Florida State edge rusher. Just kind of screams New England Patriots here, so we're going to go with Jermaine Johnson. Now, the Raiders are up next. All the issues with Henry Ruggs. I think they go receiver. Chris Olave is here. He's one of the best receivers in the draft. He's fallen a little bit here. They have him average drafted at 20. He's ranked 21, so it's kind of right where he'll probably go. Chris Olave to the Raiders. Arizona Cardinals here. They need some O-line help. They need a center. Tyler Linderbaum, who can play guard, he can play center. I think that Dallas could make a trade here potentially to get him, but Arizona isn't having it. They take Tyler Linderbaum here, and then that gets Bernard Raymond, who's the next best option in my opinion. He's actually ranked 13th. Average draft is about 24th. Dallas is losing a right tackle who they released. Man, I can't remember guys' names today. Leo Collins, that's his name. So they're going to replace him here with Bernard Raymond. That should make some of my friends happy. Buffalo Bills up at 25. Defensive line and wide receiver is a need. I like Jordan Davis here for the Bills. Tennessee Titans are up next. A few different needs for them. They might go a little bit off the board here. Zion Johnson. I like this guy. I'm not sure why he's ranked so low in this mock, but I think he'll be a first-round pick, and I see the Tennessee Titans taking him after losing Saffold too. Bucks are up. Tom Brady is back. I probably would have had them taking Sam Howell here, but not happening, I guess. So the Bucks probably go best player available here. Andrew Booth Jr. Not really a need, but he's a pretty decent prospect here. So I'm gonna have Booth Jr. going to the Bucks. Packers. Do they finally take a wide receiver? I'm gonna say yes. They gave Aaron Rodgers all the money. They finally take wide receiver in the first round, especially with the Devontae Adams contract. Who knows? Hopefully they can get him re-signed on a long term because he's not going to play on the tag, which I totally think guys should do that if they have the leverage. Treylon Burks to the Packers. That will make them happy. Now, this is the pick with some trade down issues and with 49ers getting Trey Lance. So the Miami Dolphins are up here. Offensive line is a need for sure, or a receiver. Let's take a look at what's available for receiver, but I think they probably go O-line here. Jahan Dotson, George Pickens. There's some pretty decent prospects here. Alec Pierce, which is the guy I learned about a couple days ago from a buddy of mine. I'll shout you out, Jason Wright, or Jason Smart, I should say. Sorry about that. For turning me on to Alec Pierce from Cincinnati. But yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to go with Trevor Penning here, Northern Iowa. Now the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, they need quarterback, right? No, all jokes aside. They're losing Tyrann Mathieu, but they did replace him. This could be a best player available, maybe in the secondary. So I'm going to take Kyer Elam from Florida. Now the Cincinnati Bengals and the Detroit Lions picking at the end. So this is a little weird, but Yeah, the Bengals were in the Super Bowl. Everyone remember that? Seems like ages ago. Um, the Bengals, it says their needs are online. I don't, they only have one need. So I don't really, this could be a trade down, possibly. Kenyon Green, he's ranked 42nd, but I see him being a first round pick. He's going to go to the Bengals. And the last pick of the draft, the Detroit Lions, and they're going to take Sam Howell, quarterback of the future. And that's the first mock. We're going to grade the draft here. So yeah, what did you guys think of the first mock draft? Please comment on the video. I'm going to share it on a few different platforms. Appreciate everyone that watched till the end. And if you're interested in doing a mock draft like this, I've already invited a few people. It'd be awesome if we could all get a representative. I don't know how many Lions and Houston Texans fans there are out there, but it would be pretty great to get 30 users. I don't know if we can even do that over Zoom, but I appreciate everyone checking out the mock, and we will see you next time.